to the Vews, your wild and crazy uncut news station. Alright. A Brentwood student was released after a month in immigration and customs enforcement detention because they thought that she was in MS-13. And she thought she was going to be deported. The 18-year-old student, who they referred to as Maria, asked her real name to be withheld because she's not convicted. It's just, hearsay and naysay. She came to the United States illegally 2 years ago and has been living with her mother while applying for protected status. So she came illegally and she's been living with her mother like 2 years ago. So I guess it's weird, and she knows English. From what I've seen, she knows English. So she learned the language. So that's actually pretty good, Like she actually went and learned the language, So maybe they'll hook her up, maybe give her an easier way to become legal. The teen's attorney told us that the only evidence against her was that she's been talking to suspected MS-13 gang members in the Brentwood High School. So 13 gangbangers she was associated with. Like, hey, how you doing? Like, John 13. Nah, just chilling, I was like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Yeah, I'm just going out, We're going to go to the park. You down? All right, Jeff 13, I'll hit you up. Like that. Like something in that type of, is what went down. So what was I going to say? Let's see. Bryan Johnson said, if you go to Brentwood High School, you're going to be observed with other gang members just by virtue of being in class. That's what Bryan Johnson says. An ICE memo states that teen has been classified as an associate of MS-13 because she has been in the presence of confirmed MS-13 gang members on more than 4 occasions. So she just talks to people that are in the 13s. She says she does not know that they were gang members. Like, she just talks to them, but they didn't tell her that they're down with the 13s or anything. And it was unfair, and they didn't have any proof against her. And this case might be unfair. I mean, they're probably targeting her hard body. This pretty much was going down, and they said that the Suffolk police and the school they're acting as ICE agents, and they're overstepping their boundaries and doing, putting that work that she should. That's not their business or whatnot. Johnson says they're serving as a conduct between the schools and ICE, so ICE can enforce similar immigration laws. They're going to deport an innocent kid back to El Salvador or Honduras or Guatemala, and that kid is going to be killed by the gangs that they fled. And what does that say about Suffolk police and ICE? Says Johnson. Maria, her fake name, says she fears going back to the Brentwood High School. And she says she believed that just for being Salvadorian, they assume we are all gang members. All right. Well, what happens is usually people that are in the 13s have tattoos all over their bodies. They'll say MS-13, 13, big 1, 3 on their face. They tat themselves up really good. So if you're down with that 13s and you bang that 1, 3, you're gonna have tattoos on your body. You can't be a member, at least I don't think, of the 13s and not have big tats. You gotta know. You gotta be represented. So when you're walking through the block and you see another set, they gotta know that you're in the 13s and you're about that action. And the other sets, will either ride on you or not. Well, they probably won't, because I don't think 13's about that action around here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't look like I personally don't think she's in the 13s. She probably just talks to dudes that are in it. Like say if I was in school and I talked to like people of my ethnic background, and like I talked to a girl or something, like a dude like that was the same race as me, and who's in the Latin Kings or whatever. They go, Vic is in the Kings. No, sorry, I'm not about that lifestyle. But I just talk to the people because they're in my class and I'm a friendly guy. But yeah. So it'll probably blow over. They'll probably won't do anything because she's not in the 13s. At least I don't think. But the truth will actually come soon and come to the surface, because they're really putting in work and and protecting the island from the 13s. So pretty much that's pretty much going down. There will be definitely more. If I get more info, I'll definitely have it for you. Please subscribe to the Vews and please hit that notification bell, because the Vews News is a wild and crazy uncut news station, and you should subscribe. Out.